there is a side to him as a human being which is not often spoken about. I have seen him worry about his colleagues, about his seniors, about his juniors, their family challenges. The Prime Minister could very well say, "Aaj time nahi hai."
You had sat on a dharna at one point of time for a short period against him.
I'm the one living example of how benevolent, genuinely forgiving, and pragmatic the Prime Minister is as a human being. Much is said about him as an administrator. I think this whole angle to his persona of being this tough administrator, there is a side to him as a human being which is not often spoken about. I think many people don't encourage that conversation because it breaks that myth that they try to create, that this is a man who is driven by ambition, doesn't have the heart in the right place. I have seen him worry about his colleagues, about his seniors, about his juniors, their family challenges. I mean, the Prime Minister could very well say, "Aaj time nahi hai."
When you went to for your father.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Smriti, I'm a bit busy. The office could call back and say, the Prime Minister knows that my father is not ideologically inclined.
But there are people who say stories about him that he's unforgiving to some people who he thinks carried an agenda against him during the 2000s.
I didn't have an agenda.
You didn't, yeah.
So I think that's what made my case a bit
The first
different.
time you met him was when he was Chief Minister already?
2002. There's a photograph of that as well.
Or when you met him?
In a stadium in Ahmedabad.
In 2002?
I think India Today has that photograph. So if you Google it, you'll find that photograph. Me standing in bar right next to me.
Is it true that you were told that disciplinary action would be taken against you for that that demonstration that you were in against Narendra Modi?
I think you need to wait for, if someday, which I don't think will happen because as Atalji never wrote, I'm not Pranab Mukherjee nor his daughter, so I will not be writing a tell-all book. I will only say this, that whatever transpired then is to the best of my knowledge and the knowledge of everybody who was a decision maker and everybody who was in an administrative capacity. And I think that from a personal perspective, I saw a whole new side of my politics, my organization, and especially my leadership. So many people thought in Delhi that I had arrived on the political scene in 2014 because I fought the Gandhi Scion. But I've been in politics since I was 26, 25 years old. And which means that it's a good 23 years behind me.
Journalists these days have no clue, especially regarding your party. एक नाम नहीं पक्का हुआ था कि कौन.
मुझे लगता है दिल्ली शहर के बारे में कुछ खुशफहमियाँ लोगों का है. मैं शहर में पली बड़ी हूँ. एक खुशफहमी है कि पूरी की पूरी दिल्ली ए पॉलिटिकल है. पॉलिटिकल दिल्ली दिमाग वालों की है, सामान्य दिल्ली दिल वालों की है. और दिमाग वाली इस दिल्ली में जो राजनीति से भरी हुई है, वहाँ पे 4 चीज़ों को मैंने देखा है लाइफ में, मेरे 10 साल के अनुभव में एज एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. और मैं तीसरा टर्म है मेरा एज एन MP. मैं 2 बार राज्यसभा की सांसद रह चुकी हूँ. आपके पास आपकी पीठ पे छुरा भोंकने का भी दुश्मन नहीं आता, दोस्त आता है. यहाँ पे रिश्ते बनते हैं जब चाय पिलाई जाती है, मीठी मीठी बातें होती हैं, रिश्तों की दुहाई दी जाती है, दोस्तियाँ होती हैं. लेकिन उस पूरे चक्रव्यूह में सपोजिशंस बहुत रहती हैं. तो कल लग गया तो लग गया. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि उस दिल्ली में अगर मोदी मंत्र, अगर एंगेजमेंट का और कम्युनिकेशन का आप देखें तो बुरा नहीं है. बिकॉज इन दीज हैलोड हॉल्स ऑफ पावर many careers came to die because they did not understand the complexity of this Dimagwali Delhi. And I think what Prime Minister is doing now, and because he has seen Delhi up close, not only as an administrator, not only as a chief minister, he's also seen it as somebody who built the organization. He realized the pitfalls of it. And that is why when I see a lot of grassroots leaders find a voice, new faces find a voice, it is of great, I think, comfort to कार्यकर्तास. ठीक है, नाम चला रहे हैं तो इसका मतलब जर्नलिस्ट को कुछ पता नहीं.